On the topic of the WWE Network, it was last night, immediately following Monday Night Raw, they had a WWE Network exclusive matchup for the United States Championship. Rusev defeating Sheamus to become the new United States Champion. A lot of different thoughts on the matchup, the title change, how it happened, why it happened on this platform of the WWE Network. Jared, I'll ask you first, do you agree, first of all, with Rusev winning the U.S. title, and do you agree that it happened on the WWE Network?
I agree absolutely with Rusev winning the U.S. title. I think it was the smartest move they could make. I mean, people have been predicting this for several months, that Rusev would be United States champion. Perfect way to get heat on him. Perfect way to get prestige back on the title. At the same time, though, I think it's a little ridiculous that everyone in WWE is acting like it's the end of the world because a foreigner is holding the U.S. title when he won it from another foreigner.
And he won it from a foreigner too. Or no.
Plot hole there, but
yeah, it's more the fact that she's going to play the storyline of Russia versus the United States.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're more fearful of the fact that it was Rusev that won it, not like another foreigner, I think. Because Hulk Hogan was like, oh, it's the end of the world. John Cena's going to come to save the day. Did you see that?
I
You texted me that.
about that.
Yeah. No, but what were you saying, Jared?
You know, the reason everyone, that's the thing, though. People are hating on Rusev because he's a threat to America, because he's, has ties to Russia, he has ties to all these other, to another country, when Sheamus is European as well, so it doesn't exactly make a lot of sense, But aside from that, as far as it being on the network, I don't have a problem with it, but I think Lance Storm on Twitter summed it up best when he said, after you watch 3 hours of Raw and it's 11 at night, why would you watch another match?
That's exactly it. I don't really disagree with the fact that it took place in the network. I'm okay with that. I would have preferred that it happened at Survivor Series instead, because the feud started all of 3 days ago. So I think they could have built it up a little bit more. So I don't have a problem with it happening on the network. But like you said, this crowd, it was not the best crowd to begin with during the course of the show. So for it to happen after a 3-hour Raw, and then some beforehand, because I know they taped stuff before Raw, it was not the best course of action. Because like I said, it's a good way to sell the network. I mean, it's free anyway, so people might have signed up just to see that, and they're going to cancel it anyway. I don't know. But it was a good deal on their part.
Both Sheamus and Rusev did wrestle during the show as well, so it was a little odd to see them wrestle after the show.
Yeah, I don't know why they
Rusev
did
was
that.
so squashed, though, so...
No, Sheamus was involved in the
Although,
squash,
to be fair,
Tyson.
people can make the argument that Sheamus losing to Tyson Kidd, that would make anyone demoralized enough that they could lose to Rusev.
That's a good point, but...
Tyson Kidd hasn't won a match on Raw since, 2009?
Yeah. No, I thought it was cool that Tyson Kidd got the victory, but I thought it was very odd that they were both on the show. I guess what their excuse was, from what I read today, was that they already finalized the script for Raw, and that Sheamus and Rusev were already in matches on Raw, so they couldn't change it. So they wanted to do the title change, though, on the network, so they did it afterwards, or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, like I said, I don't really have a problem with it being on the network, but the fact they had him wrestle earlier on in the night, and then Rollins was in 2 different matches, like, they had to fill so much time with John Cena being away. I don't know why that's...
fair, why even do it right after Raw? You have other shows that are network exclusive. Why not put it on Main Event or Superstars?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe not
I don't
Superstars.
think anyone would care, that's why.
Nowadays.
I don't think anyone...
If you advertise it as a network-only program, you have other network-only programs that you could have put it on.
That's what I was thinking, too, but like RJ just said, a lot of people... I mean, Superstars, obviously not, but Main Event I can kind of see, because they've been trying to push that a little bit more, but people don't care enough to tune in the Main Event. They haven't even... I don't know. It's really hard to say, because maybe if they promoted that matchup for Main Event, people wouldn't have an incentive to tune in. So maybe that would have made a little bit more sense. But to hold it after Raw made no sense though, because the crowd didn't care and they were kind of flat for the title change. You know what I mean? And I don't really have a problem with with Rusev being United States champion. But I don't know. Just the whole timing of it all, I just didn't agree with all that much. But RJ, I want to get your thoughts on it. Do you think that Rusev holding the United States championship at this point in time was the right move? And do you agree with the fact that it was on the WWE Network?
I agree that he won the title, and I could care less if it was on the network. I feel like I don't really have a problem with them both wrestling because they both kind of squash match. So it's nothing too major. I think it's fine. It's on the network. Like I said, it's something to plug the network. They can continue to do this. I don't think they should do it after Raw every time because it's kind of a long time. Obviously, like Raw is not. It is 3 hours in a way, but it's not all 3 hours of wrestling. Obviously, because so many damn commercials. I didn't mind it. I thought it was good for him. I don't really care they didn't have a Survivor Series because they just have a rematch at Survivor Series. and then I don't mind at all. But it's like they can just do that they can just keep doing that for the network if they after this free month they can just have like title matches on the network exclusively. So then it makes like meaning something. I think if it wanted to make it some more like value, they'd put like a WWE title match only on the network. But I don't know how much they'd trust that in doing. But I don't know. I think it's a good idea, obviously marketing wise and as a company. But I didn't have any problem with either of them.